Welcome to Ascent. I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm here with a divine masculine channeled love letter. I've already blessed and shuffled. Let's find out what the divine masculine has to say. Hi. I have the strangest inclination. I think about you all the time. But most of the time, I don't get the sense that I'm really needed. I think I miss you. But for some reason lately, it feels almost urgent. It feels like if I don't do something soon, it'll be too late. And the craziest part is that it feels like it's what I am supposed to do. Like no one else, no one could help but me. You have to admit that that is not exactly the norm for us. You're so independent. You always find a way, you always figure it out. I never thought there would come a day where you needed me for anything. To suddenly feel like I'm in some position of leadership. It's not just about us and what we have, it's about what that means, about everything else. I feel like it was the splash of cold water I needed to see everything clearly. After what feels like months and even years of, I don't even know what I was thinking. It's like I'm so distracted by this chance I have to see you, experience you, and to know you again. It's been too long. I've been so wrapped up in everything else that I forgot about your paradise. It's the only way to describe it. Being in your presence, you are divine. And there is no other way to describe you. To say that you are love, maybe it's just because I don't really get love yet, but it doesn't seem like the right word. But divine, I feel like that covers the love part, but it also speaks to this holiness, this angelic purity. And I know that you are a multifaceted individual that goes so much deeper than angelic purity. I know. I love that part of you too. But even in that, you are divine. To know that I am meant to be even a part of that, but also to contribute, to assist, to support, to lead and guide. If I knew that there was room for me in your life in a way that actually fit what I knew I could do or what I thought was possible for me to accomplish, I have a feeling I would have come around a lot sooner. So I can't ignore this feeling because it's coming along with all these visions of what could be. It's coming along with all this understanding of all the little bad things that I dealt with and that I maybe didn't deal with, and all the things I tried to ignore. It just gives me so much clarity now. And I can see why everything that I wanted for us, or even thought was just maybe, just a maybe. It just seems so far away. It seemed so hazy. I felt like I was looking through a telescope or something. Like it just, it's like when you look up at the moon and a part of you feels like it's so small because you could just pinch it between your fingers. Almost, you could almost grab it. But when you really take a moment, you realize it is way bigger than you can hold on to. And that it's a lot farther. Because if the sky is the limit and the moon isn't even in the sky that I am breathing in the air, it's beyond my comprehension. And that is what this has been. That's what we have been for so long. So why is it now that I feel like maybe you really need me? Why is it now that everything makes sense? And I can see it all so clearly. There's no confusion. It's like I'm holding it in the palm of my hand. Why is it that as much as I wanted a chance for us, I could never see the potential, the possibility of being within reach? I couldn't see it as being feasible. And yet, the moment I believe there's a chance that you might actually need me, not just want me, but need me, suddenly I'm ready. suddenly I get it. What happened? What happened here that is giving me this strange sense almost of deja vu? Like I've been here, like I've been ready all along. What happened to me? What happened to me that I am so ready? What happened to make me see everything plain and simple when for so long it was so complicated? What happened? How did I get here? How did I go from being so distracted by everything I told myself I had to have? How did I go from thinking the only thing I wanted in the palm of my hand was gold to believing that I can hold the moon? How? How did I go from thinking you didn't need me to believing that I could save you? Do you know how crazy that sounds to me right now? That my savior, because that's what you've been and you know it, that my savior needs me? Don't get me wrong. I was a little disappointed when I realized that you probably weren't my savior after all. But to know that we could be something close for each other, it changes everything. It changes everything. How is it that knowing that you really are so vulnerable made me feel safe to be vulnerable with you? How is it that knowing that someone I counted on as being strong had any weakness somehow made me feel alive? At least okay. That's what I have to figure out now. I have to figure out how. Why? What is it about you, even in weakness? What is it about you, even when I was intimidated? What is it about you that it doesn't matter? I need you. I want to possess you and be possessed by you. I've never wanted anyone. And I sure enjoyed being wanted, but I don't think I needed it. But I never thought it was possible to be needed. And I need to know why the hell you needing me has driven me crazy. I have never felt so motivated in my life. I have never felt more alive than I do at the chance to save my damsel in distress. Why? 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 Maybe I'll never know. But something has changed. And whatever it is, I am grateful. Because even now, even at the chance to come in and save you, that honestly, I don't know, I feel like I would have at least enjoyed it, right? But my pride never kicked in. See, this wasn't just about having a chance to say I told you so or something. I don't know where I could have went with it, but I know that this response to it wasn't exactly my usual. Instead of looking at you and thinking, good, instead of looking at you and thinking, now's my chance, I want to lead the way. I want to get up front. All I could think about was getting you back to the place where if you needed to lead, you could. Why? After all this time of feeling so sure that we could never work because I could never match up, I could never be who I was supposed to be, now something just clicks. I don't know what's happening to me, but I feel like the bitterness and the pain and the fear, they're all gone. Because if it was between me sitting here and doing nothing and saving you and being a little bit uncomfortable, somehow, some way, you broke through every barrier every other person in my life has run straight into. I never thought I'd see the day where I allow myself to get uncomfortable for anyone because I won't even do it for myself. If this were another time, I would really think you put a spell on me. But I can't deny it anymore. I won't deny it anymore. See, I never denied that I loved you. But I did deny that my love could ever be enough. I barely understand what it means. I don't even know if what I feel is even really love, but I think it is. And I'll admit it. You need me. You need me. And somehow, this little bit that I have to offer you, it feeds you, it fuels you. I spent this whole time trying to be a rocket scientist and figure out how. But maybe I should just be grateful because I don't have much to give anyone. But if this works for you, if this is the only thing, the only type of gas your tank takes, I'm the luckiest person in the whole world. I hear you. And I believe you. I love you.